Cable TV ready? Okay. The September 25th, 2019 meeting of the City of Revere Zoning Board of Appeals is called to order. Roll call of the members. Mr. Bacilli? Mr. D'Angelo is absent. Mr. Lopes? Mr. Tucker is absent. Mr. Pelton? We have 3 members. A quorum is not present. However, the board has decided to have the hearings and continue the matter to the next meeting, which will be on October 23rd, I believe. 23rd at 4 p.m. It is suggested that the applicants make a very brief presentation, in as much as they're going to be required to make the same presentation at the next meeting. So the first order of business will be application A1927. This is the application of Michael Maniscalco, 118 Davis Street, Revere, requesting a variance on the side yard to construct an accessory structure in the side yard to enable the appellant to construct a cabana gazebo adjacent to Patriot Parkway on lot 440-1 at 118-120 Davis Street, Revere. Proponents of this application. Are there any proponents? Anybody speaking in favor of the application?
Yes.
Come to the microphone, give your name and address for the record, and place the button so you can speak.
My name is Richard Ireton. I live at 115 Davis Street, directly adjacent, across the street from the Maniscalco residence. I can't speak to the zoning regulations for it. What I can say is that I've seen the structure. It does not possess or even show, create any issues for me. My sisters who live next door to me will also come up and speak. I've already spoken to them. It doesn't create a problem for them. We've known the Maniscalco family for the better part of 25 years. They've been fantastic neighbors. Based on what I've seen already, we're not opposed to it at all, and we'd ask this board to support this going forward. Thank you.
Does anybody else wish to speak on this matter at this time?
Teresa Ireton, 113 Davis Street. I'm directly across from Michael's house. Richie said it all. All I want to say is that the structure abuts the street, so it's not bothering any other houses.
If there are no further proponents on this matter, seeing none, we'll now move to opponents. Is there anyone in opposition to this application? Seeing none, this matter is closed and will be continued to the meeting of October 23rd at 4 o'clock. Question comes on continuing this matter till October 23rd. Mr. Bacilli? Yes. Yes. Mr. D'Angelo is absent. Mr. Lopes? Yes. Mr. Tucker is absent. Mr. Pelton? Yes. Yes. This is continued to October 23rd at 4 p.m. Next matter before the board is application A1928. This is the application of Karen Osterly, 1008 Winthrop Avenue, Revere, requesting rear yard setback variance for proposed single-family dwelling, rear yard setback for deck, maximum height of dwelling exceeding the number of stories for the dwelling to enable the appellant to construct a single-family dwelling with a deck in the rear yard on Lot 7 adjacent to 1008 Winthrop Avenue, Revere. Proponents for the proposal.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman. My name is Attorney Larry Simeone with Law Offices at 300 Broadway, Revere, Massachusetts. This evening, I represent Karen Osterly of 1008 1008 Winthrop Avenue. She's a lifelong resident of the city who basically wishes to build on the lot next door left to her by her family. She seeks a variance in accordance with 48 Section 10A of the state statute, specifically seeking variances for a rear yard setback of the building itself, a rear yard setback for the deck. That would be 1724-10, 1724-10A. Specifically as to the deck and to the rear yard, this is an existing grandfathered lot. So in accordance with footnote A, the setback requirements for this particular structure are 15 feet, 5 on one, 10 on the other. It's 15 feet on the side, 15 feet in the front, and 20 feet in the rear. In this particular case, because of the land and how it's shaped, the unique shape, it's caused a significant issue trying to meet those setback regulations. Mr. Henry, I'll just hand you these plans if they have any questions. So what you have, Mr. Henry, is going to hand you is Exhibit A, which is a site plan. And as you can see, the shape of the lot is significant, and it affects the setback, compliance with the setback regulations on the left-hand side of the rear of the home. The home is situated within the straightforward part of the land. You can see that it meets the setback requirements on both sides, and in fact exceeds the setback requirements with 11 feet on each side. The particular proposal, single family, is a two-family district, the RB2 district. Client seeks to build a single family with 2 off-street parking spaces, 1 space in the front, 1 space in the garage under. There'll be no use of the side yards for parking, even though they could be. At this point, in light of the fact that it's going to have to be a rehearing, I do have Mr. Levis here, the contractor. Should the board wish to talk to him about the Exhibit B, which is the construction drawings, he's more than willing to get up and talk about those. We are seeking one additional variance, and that's for height. Because this is a grandfathered lot in accordance with 1724-030, it is a lot that's 6,000, under 6,000 square feet with 60 foot of frontage. And footnote Y of the dimensional criteria indicates that if such a lot exists, it's an existing lot, it's a grandfathered lot, and it's less than 6,000 square feet with 60 foot of frontage, the height requirement would be 30 feet. So we're looking to vary the height requirement established under footnote Y. We're asking that the building be 34.3 feet in height, which will allow for her to have a deck, my client to have a deck on the right-hand side of the property with some nice views of the ocean. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer any of them. And again, Mr. Levis is here, and he'd be more than willing to answer any questions or make a brief presentation. Was that? Sure. Okay. So we'll do that at the next meeting.
Are there any further proponents who wish to be recorded at this time? Otherwise, they will have the opportunity to speak at the next meeting on October 23rd. Seeing and hearing, one moment.
Yep. Joanne McKenna, Ward 1 Councilor. This project is right down the street from me. The lot has been empty for 30 years. It would be nice to see something buildable in there. It's 2 houses away from Short Beach. I've known Karen for a long time. I think she'll do the right thing, and I'm for this. Thank you.
Further proponents wish to speak? If not, we will now ask any opponents to this proposal if they wish to speak. Seeing none, the motion would be to continue this meeting, continue this to October 23rd at 4 p.m. Question comes on continuing. Mr. Bacilli? Yes. Mr. D'Angelo is absent. Mr. Lopes? Yes. Mr. Tucker is absent. Mr. Pelton? Yes. This matter is continued to October 23rd at 4 p.m. No further business. The meeting is adjourned.